Good morning, you guys. What is up? What is up? What is up? As you can see, I am out here pounding this pavement. So because I'm pounding this pavement, I decided to do a Pounding the Pavement episode. Yes, I feel like I haven't done one of these in forever. So I am here bringing you my thoughts on some health related stuff while I'm pounding this pavement. For those of you who don't know, my name is Roshana. This is my channel, Roshana Reviews, and it is a space where I champion you to be the best version of yourself while empowering you to make a positive difference in the world along your journey. And sometimes I get into other shenanigans too. So it's this thing called life. Anyway, this is a Pounding the Pavement episode. What I do in Pounding the Pavement is I just kind of have my walks, or I'll run and then walk afterwards, and I will just come to you and I will bring you some content that relates to mostly health and fitness, but whatever's on my mind that day. Good morning. All right, so let's talk about recent challenges I've had. Now I'm going to talk about recent challenges as it relates to the challenges that I'm doing in the health and fitness world, along with challenges I've had in my life. So, okay, let's start here. So, as you guys know, I was on a keto-fied lifestyle for almost 3 years. And keto works, okay? And keto works in multiple ways. It works with weight loss. It works with, fixing health issues. It works with, reducing inflammation. It works all kind of things in your body, okay? And I had been struggling towards the end of my journey. And I don't know what it was. I really can't tell you one singular thing that just made me kind of get tired. And I don't want to say that I was upset with the lifestyle, but I was becoming frustrated. And I think it was because I was probably in a stall and my weight wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be. I noticed that I was focused a lot on weight. Even though I started my keto journey not wanting to lose weight, it was because of health reasons. And I think I have a video where I talk about the reason why I started my keto health journey. If I do, I'll put it somewhere. It became an obsession for me in terms of losing weight. And I started to punish myself when I didn't see that number on the scale that I wanted. I started to fast for multiple days so that I could get back down to that number. I started to eat less because I figured, if I eat less, then I'll lose the weight. And I started to just kind of sink, right, into this weight loss hole, this madness. And so I was looking for something. I want to say in like January, I was feeling this type of way, and I was looking for something that was going to be right for me, that wasn't going to make me so obsessive. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling good in the skin that I was in, if that makes any sense. And so in June, a friend of mine, and as you guys know, Nicole Burgess, I've mentioned her a lot. She started talking about, and I think it was probably, I think it was a little bit before, it was the beginning of June, I believe. And she started talking about the anabolic lifestyle. And it's funny because I was already researching that, and I wanted to have a lifestyle that didn't make me so obsessive with my weight, so obsessive with how I looked, so obsessive with things that I felt were starting to get unhealthy for me, mentally and physically, you know? And that's not to say that I don't believe in the ketogenic lifestyle. I believe in it 100%. I believe in the positive things that it does for you and your body. But for me, I started to become obsessive. I started to become a person who punished herself if I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. I started this journey without even thinking about getting into ketosis. You know, I was focused more on the carb intake, keeping my carbs under 20 grams. But then I started to chase ketosis, right? And everybody was talking about, oh, your body's got to be in ketosis. And every time I took my blood, I wasn't in ketosis. And I won't say every time. It was probably 90% of the time. 90% of the time when I took my blood, I was not in ketosis. And it was frustrating me. And then I started to really educate myself. And even though I know that, you know, being in ketosis is a state of which your body uses the fat for fuel, right? I was already burning fat because I was exercising regularly. And not only exercising regularly, but I was like hardcore, like going into athletic mode. And so my mind, even though I knew that, it couldn't like correlate. You know, it wouldn't sync. It wouldn't mesh. That's what I'm trying to say. It wouldn't mesh. And so sorry, even though I have my tripod, my arms are still getting tired. But anyway, I knew that fasting, not for autophagy, not for healing, but fasting because I was punishing myself and I wanted to see a number on the scale, it was unhealthy for me. And I just really started to get frustrated with myself. So I wanted to look into a different lifestyle that was sustainable, that would bring me joy and bring me happiness, and that I would start looking at an aesthetic look. And I happened upon the anabolic lifestyle, and I was actually happy when Nicole mentioned that she was looking into it too, because she was on the ketogenic lifestyle, very, very strict for 3 years. I think it was 3 years. And to see that someone that I watched and followed and admired was actually thinking about changing her lifestyle made me feel better. The Mr. never went on keto. He was always on a lower carb lifestyle. So I felt good knowing that both of us can actually, you know, take this new journey together. At least for me, it was a new journey. I started eating more of a lower carb, anabolic way of eating. Now, anabolic lifestyle really just means higher protein. The way that I eat is still low carb, and I do still eat keto-fied foods. I still eat keto-friendly foods. I still eat cauliflower rice. I still eat, you know, nature-made pasta. I still eat different things that would be considered keto. I just want to make sure that those things that I consume are lower in fat, because with the anabolic lifestyle, it's also lower fat. So whereas keto is high fat, right? Anabolic, low carb is lower fat. At least that's the way that I'm doing my lifestyle. And so even though it's lower carb, it's higher than 20 grams. And anything under 100 net carbs is still considered low carbs. So I started doing that lifestyle for a couple of months, and I found some success in it. But what I started noticing is whenever I'd slip into my depressive moments, I would binge. It would be easier for me to binge, okay, to binge eat. And as you guys know, I'm addicted to sugar, and I can throw down when it comes to eating sweets. And I started to feel like I was binging more, okay? And then I had to really sit down and really look at my way of eating and look at my lifestyle and just be like, what is it that's going to make you happy? Okay. What is it that you can do that's going to satisfy your soul, not just your body, but your soul? And I ran across one of my Facebook groups, and in that group were people who had completed the 75 hard challenge, or who, were in the 75 hard phases. And one of the persons was a coach, a nutritional coach, and his name's Tyler. Hi. And so Tyler began, posting some things, and I started to actually listen. But I didn't really do anything about changing anything for a minute. I would just pick up little nuggets here and there and just kind of, lollygag my way through life, right? And then some personal things started happening to me by way of my job. And I was really, really just not in a good headspace, okay? And even though I was completing like these physical challenges, these health challenges, these fitness challenges, my mind just wasn't right. My mind wasn't right. And so I said, okay, something's got to change. Something's definitely got to change, because this is not working. I felt like I was gaining weight. I felt like I was bloated all the time. I felt really, really tired, no energy. I started to have more migraines, right? Because on the ketogenic lifestyle, I didn't really hardly have a lot of migraines, but I started to have more migraines, and I just wasn't feeling good about life. I wasn't feeling good about myself. I wasn't feeling good about my job. I wasn't feeling good about a lot of my relationships. I just wasn't feeling good. I really wasn't, admittedly. And so one day I was like, okay, let me give Tyler a try. Let me give Tyler a chance. And he did this free 21-day challenge in one of the Facebook groups. And my goal was to lose 7 pounds. I actually lost 6 in 21 days. And so I was kind of happy. I mean, I wasn't like ecstatic, but I was like, okay, like this may work for me. Like, I had gained this weight back, right? I was up like 10 pounds and I lost 6 of it. And I was like, okay, I'm not restricting myself in terms of like, I'm on this strict keto, because I did strict keto for 75 hard. And right after I finished, I binged. Like, I binged for almost 10 days. And then when I did phase 1 of 75 hard the first time, I binged for 10 days after that. So I find that when I restrict myself too much for too long, I come out and I will just eat everything under the sun. And then I'll gain weight. So I was having some mental struggles along with some physical struggles. So I decided to give Tyler a try. And being that I had lost this weight, right, I was starting to feel good about myself again. I was starting to feel like, okay, I found something that could work for me, right? I found something that could be sustainable. I think I found a lifestyle that could be sustainable. Now, I know I started to research some stuff, and I know like the more you eat, especially when you're working out as an athlete, I'm not saying as an athlete like a basketball player, a football player, a soccer player. There are people who actually work out like as an athlete, and there are personal trainers and stuff like that. So they are also considered athletes. We are considered an athlete. Whenever I go to the doctor actually calls me an athlete. So when we work out the way that we do, we need to make sure that our body is fed, okay? And yes, in order to lose weight, you have to eat less than what you're putting out. But also, when you're working out in this athletic type performance mode, you've got to eat to fuel your body. Y'all, I'm still not there yet. I know I've got to eat more. Tyler's put me on specific macros, and I'm just like, it's a struggle for me to hit my macros consistently on a daily basis. And I know it works because that's how I lost the 6 pounds, because I was hitting those macros. But still life challenges, right? Still mental challenges, still a busy lifestyle. I just feel like it's a struggle for me to hit my macros. Like, for example, this week, Wednesday, I'll say Wednesday. So Wednesday, get up, right? Go for a run. Mr. and I went for a run. Then I came back and did a Sydney workout. So I did my 60 minutes of exercise, right? I ate a really, really great breakfast, okay? Then we had some errands to run. And so one of the errands was to get my car washed. So we drive down to the dealership thinking that we were going to get our car washed, but we were told that they stopped washing cars because of COVID. So then it's like we have to drive all the way back home, right? And like try to rework the day because we had these specific plans on what we were going to do while the car was getting washed, right? So we spent an hour, almost an hour and a half, just driving back and forth just to be told that, no, you can't get your car washed unless it's being serviced. What? My car doesn't need servicing right now, so that was a bummer. Okay, so then we said, okay, let's just continue to do our errands. And by the time we were done, it was time to go get baby girl from school. Well, we go get baby girl from school, and then by the time we get home, he's like, well, I'll just wash your car. And then I'm like, well, at least let me get dinner prepped because I have to go to class. I had 45 minutes to get ready for class and to prep dinner. So I did all that, and all this time hadn't eaten. Had a good, hearty, healthy breakfast, but then spent the entire day running around, and we had to run errands. Like, we were trying to look for luggage for my trip next week. So we did not eat. So when I left the house, I said, okay, I'm gonna grab something really light and quick because I'm in this class for 2 hours, and then after class we're going, out. So let me just grab something that I could eat. It was a salad from Wendy's. And I also had a 0 sugar Fanta peach soda. Oh well. And so by the time I calculated my calories and everything for the day, I had only eaten 1,100 calories, y'all. That's not good. I'm supposed to be eating 1,800 calories. And so in my mind, I know that I've got to hit those 1,800 calories because the more that I don't hit those calories, the more my body is going to go into starvation mode. And when your body goes into starvation mode, what happens? It holds on to all of the fat that you were trying to burn and lose, right? So that's just been my conundrum right now. I know what I'm supposed to do. I feel that I'm almost there. I feel that a lot of my issues that I have been dealing with are subsiding. Like the depression I was in is subsiding. A lot of the trying to figure out stuff, trying to fit stuff into my day, trying to make a schedule, trying to do all the things is starting to really take shape and starting to really calm down. And so now I just need to really focus on my food, because 80%, right, is how you eat and 20% is your workout. And so I need to get that 80% together, y'all. So anyway, I'm still on the low carb lifestyle. I still consume keto friendly foods. Yes, I do. I still consume 0 sugar products. Although every now and again, I do have some things that contain some cane sugar or like some organic brown sugar, stuff like that. But I think I found this lifestyle is going to satisfy me in more ways than one. And I'm excited to find out what this does for me once I really get it together. I'm excited about this lifestyle. I am excited about the fact that I am going to hit my macros. I am going to hit my protein because I know that for me, protein is important. I know that I'm going to see the changes that I want to see in my body. And admittedly, you guys, there's still some weight that I have to lose because on this last 10-day binge, I gained 10 pounds again. So it's like I lose it, I gain it, I lose it, I gain it. So last week I lost a pound. I weighed myself this week, so I weigh myself every Monday. So I lost a pound from last week. So Monday coming, I'm hoping to at least see another pound loss. You know, I'm not in any like drastic weight loss mode, but I do want to see the scale go down until, you know, I know that I'm at a comfortable weight for me. A lot of people tell me that the number that I want to see is too skinny, but I feel good at that number. You know, it might seem strange, but I feel good at that number. And right now I'm participating in a couple of challenges. I'm doing the WAC Fam's October Walk Run Challenge, 50 miles this month. I am doing Tyler's Strong and Shredded for Breast Cancer Challenge. It's 31 days of my choice out of 4 exercises that he posted. And I'm also doing Nicole Burgess's Fall for Gains Challenge. And that is moving for 4 days out of the week. Moving meaning exercising. And you have to exercise for 1 hour a day. You can either exercise the 1 hour all at once, or you can break it up into different times, like a 30-minute and a 30-minute, or a 45-minute and a 15-minute. Me, because I'm not doing 75 hard and I don't want to feel like I'm doing 75 hard, I try to do my workouts in one shot, my 1 hour in one shot, because I don't want to have 2 separate workouts a day. You choose whatever eating lifestyle you want. And there's something else. I'll post the picture up. I'm doing those 3 challenges for the month of October, but I have a different mindset this time. You know, for me, it's just about making sure that I focus. That's the mindset I'm trying to have this go round, is to focus. Now, with the eating, I didn't hit my macros on Wednesday. I don't believe I hit all of them yesterday, even though I did come close. I think I did like 1,500 or 1,600 maybe, as opposed to the 1,800, but I know I've still got to do better. So when I get home, I'm definitely going to eat. But I've noticed that the last 2 days, I have not been hungry. I thought with Wednesday's like lack of calories, that I was going to be starving yesterday, and it was the complete opposite. Yesterday, I woke up, I was not hungry. I ended up fasting for 17 hours, but I wasn't hungry. Like, I didn't want to eat. I literally had to force myself to eat because I didn't want to create a fasting day like 24 hours or 20 hours. I wanted to make sure that my body got some fuel. Even though yesterday was a rest day for me, I still had to make sure that my body was fueled. But all day yesterday, I was forcing myself to eat because I was not hungry. And I don't know why that was. So I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out, you guys. I know that some of you guys struggle. I struggle too. I'm still working on me. I'm still improving me. I'm still trying to be the best version of myself as well. And so I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that I'm right there with you guys. I really am. And so this is a journey. It is a journey. It is a lifelong journey. This is not a one-stop quick fix, you know. And it's about not just losing weight for me. It's about overall health. It's about happiness. It's about mental, physical, and spiritual health. It's about connecting all 3 of those. And for me, I'd be like, okay, I'd hit one of those things, but then I'd be lacking in the other 2. Or I'd hit 2 and I'd be lacking in 1. Or I'd be lacking in all 3. So it's just, for me, it's about finding a balance and trying to create a life and a lifestyle that's going to help me to be the best version of myself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So that's my goal, and that's what I've got to focus on, okay? Just making it all work, making it all fit my particular goals, and being happy at the end of the day, choosing happiness. That's what it's about. All right, I think I've rambled on enough. I don't know how this video is gonna look. I'm hoping that it looks okay. I'm hoping that you guys are still here with me. And thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for rolling with me. Thank you for always coming back. And please, always come back to find out what Rashana will reveal next. Later, y'all.